Okay, guys, I'm going to go through question 7 of the mock. Zoom out there. Question 7 of the mock. Okay, so again, this is a bit. It wasn't too bad of a question, but just a few things I want to clarify. So, question 7, 9 times out of 10, you get 4 different things straight away there. Name the 4 devices. Again, that was worth. They're worth a mark each. So the first one you had is a computer mouse. Second one there, that one there, is a scanner. Okay. For scanning in documents. So again, if I wanted to scan this on as a photograph on the computer, I'd use a scanner. Next one is a USB storage key. And last one is a keyboard. Okay. Second part of the question is always going to be, is it an input or an output? Okay, so input means you need to think of, are the signals going from it to the computer? Or output, are they going from the computer to it? Okay, so a mouse. Again, a mouse, when I'm clicking, moving, I'm sending signals to the computer. Okay, again, if the mouse was an output, it'd be the computer making the mouse move. So this has to be an input. Scanner. Okay, if it was a printer, it'd be an output because you're sending signals from the computer to the printer. A scanner does not print documents. It brings them into the computer. Okay, scans the document into the computer, so it is an input. This one, USB stick. This is a tricky one. The thing about a USB stick is it's actually both. It's input. I'll explain in a second. Input and output. Reason why. You put in the USB stick, you want to get something off it, it's an input, it's sending signals from the USB stick into the computer. You want to save something, it's an output. Okay, so if you want to read a file, it's an input. If you want to save, it's an output. Okay, so that's the difference there. A keyboard, again, has to be input, because you're sending the different keys into the computer. Okay, so straight away, what happened there? That is worth, all of that there is worth 8 marks. So 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. 8 marks right there. Not too bad. So 8 out of 20 so far. Next thing is asking you to explain 2 of the following terms. So again, it's asking us to explain 2 of the following terms. A lot of people, what lets them down here is they do not go into enough detail. So the first thing you have is cloud computing. I'll go through them all anyway, guys. Cloud computing. What cloud computing is? So again, it's using the network, the internet, in INT, Jesus, as a way to save and view files. So the likes of OneDrive. So again, this instead of saving it on the computer. So the likes of OneDrive, Google Drive. Again, ideal to give an example. Even Teams, because there's a place to hold. Oh Jesus! There's a place to hold. There's a place to hold files there. Okay. The next one is broadband. Do not get caught up with this. This is some people get caught out with this. The thing about broadband, okay, it's an access point for what you call high-speed internet, but it's wirelessly. That's your Wi-Fi. So please don't put down internet or Wi-Fi. It's an access point. It's where you access the internet. Okay. Again, if without broadband, it used to be a dial-up connection. Okay, the next one we're looking at is, I'm get done there. No, the next one is cyberbullying. Okay. Again, a lot to do with mental health and things like that. Cyberbullying is very relevant. Okay, cyberbullying is bullying that takes place on a digital device on the internet. then you're going to do well to access the internet unless through a digital device. And then give an example there, so you could say name calling on Snapchat or something like that. Okay, and then the last one was encryption. This is one that... Encryption is where you put a password on a file. So again, if you had something personal, like let's say, like for me, the different things, like if there's especially the GDPR and things like that, they would send I would have a certain password for access in certain files. So again, somebody that is not a teacher cannot view that. Okay, so encryption is putting a password on a file. So again, if I wanted to open up, if you were afraid somebody was going to, if you had something on student share and you're afraid somebody's going to delete or something, you could encrypt it, put a password on it. So you have to type in a password, whatever the password is, to access the file. Okay. The next thing we have here, guys, so again, it's asking us what type of lathe is that. That right there is a CNC lathe. Few things that give it away is there's no real tailstock. Again, it's number one is it lacks size. It's very, very small. Number one is, again, is the size of the tailstock, and the chuck, again, very, very small, and you have some description of a computer there. Again, you did not have to describe, you just had to say CNC lathe, straight away, boom, 2 marks. Explain the function of a stepper motor. A stepper motor is a motor that takes a single step at a time. Okay, so a stepper motor is used to control the movement of the cutting tool. Okay, so it moves up and down very, very accurately. So it uses pulses. Okay, so you have to send, if you wanted to take one step, you have to send a pulse. Okay, if you just turn it on and there's just power going to it, it takes one step. But what happens with a stepper motor is you need to send pulses. So what the CNC lathe computer will do is, okay, the stepper motor needs to take 16 steps to get over to where I want it to go. It'll send 16 pulses and the stepper motor will move along. Okay, so that's how a stepper motor works. So steps, stepper. The difference between absolute and incremental. Let a lot of people down. Okay, absolute and incremental. So the first thing you have absolute. Incremental. Okay, incremental, keyword there, increment. If something's done in increments, it means it's done in small pieces. Okay, absolute. Okay, so again, I'm just going to draw a piece here. I'll try and draw the same thing here. Incremental is the main thing that is the one that we're used to. It's the way the drawings are sent to us. Okay, that is incremental there, where everything is broken down into different stages. So that's 5, what's it, 10. That right there is incremental, where you have loads of 10, 10, 10, everything's broken down. Absolute, on the other hand, is when you work from a side, okay? So again, at all this, we're getting you to try and put your drawings into incremental, in order to absolute form, so you have to convert them from incremental to absolute. This one is more accurate. Okay, and then again, same with this. You've this like that, it goes like that, like that, like that. That's the way absolute works. You're always working from a side, usually left and bottom. Absolute and incremental. That is the difference in there. Again, very, very important that you know the difference in the two of those. Comes up quite a bit. Last thing is asking us to draw the things, okay? It's asking us to draw this, which are the jog keys of the lathe, okay? All it is 4 boxes. One. This just guides, if you hold down the box, it makes the lathe, the CNC lathe move in a certain direction, okay? So obviously that makes it move right, left, up, down, okay? Again, it's very, very important. If you're looking at a graph, this is plus, plus, minus, minus. Straight away, we know this is plus, plus, minus, minus. That is how CNC works. It works through graphs, coordinates. It knows to move to here, move up, over, move up, over. Again, it's all through coordinates. So that's, again, same as a graph. So plus, plus, again, now it's Z and X are the two we need to, Z are the two we need to find out where they need to go, okay? In your normal graph, That's your x-axis. That in theory is your y-axis, okay? There's another third axis coming out that way, like that. That's your z-axis, okay? So that's 3D, okay? Over is x. And that's your correct answer there, okay? So that's your jog keys for the CNC lathe. Again, not a bad question to get if you do your study for it, okay, guys? So that's just going through a few things, especially the absolute incremental. It was important that we knew that. It wasn't answered that great.